Imagine if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning. Right now you're moving at over 1,600 kilometers per hour, faster than a jet, just by standing still. Everything on the surface, including you, would keep moving at that speed while the ground stopped. It would be like being thrown from the world's fastest car, instantly. Buildings, trees, oceans, and even mountains would be ripped from the surface by winds faster than any storm in history. A mega tsunami would surge across continents, a wall of water erasing everything in its path. The force would shred the planet's surface, mixing land, sea, and air in a global catastrophe. The sound would be a deafening, continuous roar as the world tears itself apart. In seconds, almost everything on the surface would be destroyed. People, animals, plants, and all our creations. The planet would become an unrecognizable blender of rock, water, and air. This isn't a gentle stop, it's a sudden, violent end to the world as we know it. The energy released would dwarf all the world's nuclear bombs combined. Its destruction on a scale that's almost impossible to imagine. The first minute would be the worst in Earth's history, and that's just the beginning. If you somehow survived, the world would be unrecognizable. With no spin, one side of Earth would face the sun forever, the other trapped in endless night. The sunlit side would become a scorched wasteland, hotter than any desert, with water boiling away and the ground cracking from heat. The dark side would freeze solid, colder than Antarctica, with air and oceans turning to ice. In between, a thin twilight zone would exist, eternal dawn or dusk, with the sun always on the horizon. This narrow band might be the only place where liquid water could survive, but it would be battered by constant, violent winds rushing from the hot side to the cold. Life as we know it couldn't survive in these extremes. The planet would be divided, one half burning, one half frozen, and a thin, dangerous strip in between. The cycle of day and night, gone forever. The world would be a place of fire, ice, and endless twilight. Survival would be nearly impossible. Earth's spinning core creates a magnetic field, a shield called the magnetosphere. If the planet stopped spinning, this shield would vanish. Without it, deadly solar and cosmic radiation would bombard the surface. DNA would be damaged, making life nearly impossible. Satellites and electronics would be destroyed by solar storms, our technology would collapse, and the atmosphere would slowly be stripped away by the solar wind. Over millions of years, Earth would become more like Mars, cold, dry, and airless. The blue sky would fade, and the air we breathe would disappear. The loss of the magnetic field would be a slow death sentence for the planet. Life on the surface would be exposed and vulnerable. The world would become a barren, radiated rock. Our planet's invisible shield is more important than we ever realized. After the chaos, could anything survive? On the surface, almost nothing would. The violence, heat, cold, and radiation would wipe out nearly all life. But deep underground, some microbes, extremophiles, might endure, protected from the surface disaster. These tiny survivors don't need sunlight, they thrive on chemicals in the rocks. Humans? Survival would be nearly impossible, except maybe for a few in deep, self-sufficient bunkers in the twilight zone. They'd need food, water, and energy for generations, living in isolation on a dead planet. This scenario reminds us how special our spinning Earth is. Its rotation gives us day and night, powers our magnetic field, and keeps life possible. We live on a planet perfectly balanced for life, and that's something to be amazed by every single day.